by Stacy. Every Sunday at noon, the Wilson family gathered for lunch. They'd been doing it for years, roast chicken, lemonade, and laughter echoing through the old farmhouse. But this Sunday felt different. The air was heavy, as though the house itself was holding its breath. And though the table was set for 6, one chair at the end sat empty, the one that had belonged to Grandpa Harold. He'd passed away 2 months earlier, but no one had the heart to remove his chair. It stayed exactly where he'd always sat, his napkin folded neatly, a plate set before it, untouched. "Feels strange, doesn't it?" murmured Ellen, his daughter-in-law. "Just until we're ready," her husband replied. He always hated change. They smiled faintly, trying to move on, but the mood was fragile. Every creak of the house, every shifting shadow, seemed to draw their eyes back to that empty chair. Then, midway through the meal, the lights flickered. "Storm coming," Ellen said softly, but when she looked toward the window, the sky was perfectly clear. A chill crept through the room. Then, creak. The sound of wood shifting. Everyone froze. The empty chair had moved slightly, just enough to scrape the floor. "Did anyone—" Ellen started but stopped when she saw the napkin. It wasn't folded anymore. It was resting in the chair. Her husband laughed nervously. "Probably just the floorboards." But no one spoke after that. They finished quietly, each pretending not to notice the faint indent now pressed into the cushion. That night, Ellen couldn't sleep. She crept downstairs to tidy up the dishes. The dining room was dim, moonlight spilling through the curtains. And there it was again. The empty chair, pulled slightly out facing the table. "Harold," she whispered, half smiling, "if you're here, you can rest now, you know." The silence felt warmer somehow. She almost felt silly talking to the air. She turned to go, then stopped. The chair creaked. It had turned, facing her. Ellen froze, heart pounding. The faintest breath brushed her ear, followed by a whisper, "Not yet." The next morning, the family found the dining room just as they'd left it, except the table had been reset, every plate, every fork, and the chair at the end, the empty one, yet it was pulled out waiting. They never sat there again, but every Sunday at noon when the family gathered, they'd hear it. That slow, gentle creak of a chair pulling up to the table,